guys, welcome back to my channel, FunsizedStyle. My name is Michaela, and thanks for stopping by. So for today's video, I have some things I wanted to update you guys on, and I figured I would do a little life update, duh. So I figured I would share that with you guys today, and if you don't like these kind of videos, then you certainly don't have to watch, of course. But if you do, let's just go ahead and keep on going because I have something to update you guys about. I'm not usually one to do these kind of videos. I just like to announce some things on social media, but I just felt like doing this video to kind of update you guys, and because I'm taking some time away actively on YouTube, I will have pre-filmed stuff, hopefully enough for like 3 weeks, so at least one upload every week for 3 weeks, so 3 uploads. That's the goal anyways. But I wanted to update you as to why that's happening, what's going on, all of that, and then I have some fun stuff to share with you guys at the end. I am actually having surgery on September 19th, 2018, and this was planned obviously because it has a date. I figured I would share with you why I'm having surgery and kind of what's going on. My disability is called osteogenesis imperfecta if you're new here, and I have a whole video about that, so I will link it somewhere here, and you can go ahead and watch that if you have yet to watch. But basically my body does not produce enough collagen, and it's one of the most abundant proteins in your body, and therefore it causes my bones to be fragile, and it also affects my height obviously, and affects many different parts of my body and things like that because collagen is very vital. My body produces some obviously because I'm alive, but my body doesn't produce enough, so there's something in my DNA that prevents my body from producing enough, so that's what causes this condition. Because of that, it causes my bones to be extremely fragile. I have these metal rods inside of my tibias, femurs, and these arm bones up here. I have no idea what these arm bones are called, but they don't typically do rods here, so that if I should fracture, the fracture won't go through the entire bone, and it wouldn't need surgery every time I fracture, and also it helps it keep it more aligned and nice and straight and strong. When I do fracture, it has helped every single time. I would be in a lot more trouble if I didn't have these, because the fracture would always go right through the bone if I didn't have the rods. So I got my first set of rods in my femurs and tibias when I was 5, and throughout my lifetime I've had to have quite a few procedures to replace them because as you grow, obviously your bones become longer, so they need to put new ones in when that happens, and so that your bones are still protected by these longer rods, because if you keep growing and you don't replace them, they start to come out, and or if you should fracture that part of your leg that's not rotted, it won't protect the fracture from going all the way through the bone because the rod isn't long enough to protect that part. So replacements are often needed throughout a person's lifetime, a child's lifetime. I am 19. Most 19-year-olds are done growing. However, in the past year, we discovered through x-ray when I started having this issue with the rod, which I will get into in a moment, that I have grown a little bit since my left tibia rod was put in, and I have one leg that is longer than the other. My right leg is longer than my left, so my right leg is good because that rod is longer, and that leg hasn't really grown much at all, like very slightly, but the rod is still covering everything and protecting everything, so revisement of that isn't necessary since I'm not having issues with it and everything's safe and covered, and I haven't had a major fracture in over 3 years. About a month ago, I would say now, I can't believe it's been that long, I woke up in the night and I felt this really sharp pain in my leg, and I was like, what's going on? Like, you know how when you wake up at night and you're kind of not, like you're with it, but you're not totally with it, obviously. I was kind of feeling around and I was like, what is this pain? And I could feel the end of the rod in my left tibia kind of at the end of the skin. And I was like, oh no, like this is not good, because every single time that happens I need a revision, because obviously it's gonna come out more and more. Usually when one of my rods has started to come out, I can wait till whenever the next surgery date is open, whether it be months or whatever. Like, usually it doesn't need urgent attention. That freaks people out when you say that. Like, oh, my rod's kind of coming out, but it doesn't need urgent attention. Because when that starts to happen, it typically actually stays in there for quite some time without coming through the skin. My orthopedic surgeon, like surgeon and doctor, obviously, she has no idea, like, why this would be causing so much pain this time. It could be hitting some nerve. It could just be the way the rod has kind of moved. We don't know. When I initially called, it wasn't that bad. It was bad. It was sharp pains. And when I say it's bad because if you have osteogenesis imperfecta, you know that our pain tolerances are incredibly high because of multiple fractures throughout our lifetime, often dozens, and we just know how to cope and deal with pain, and our level of high pain is a lot different than somebody else's high level of pain because of our experiences. If I say that my pain is bad, that means it's bad. I guess what had transpired was a few months ago, like I would say back in May, I started having, like, I could kind of feel it down there, and it had started coming up through my knee a little bit, how it actually happened, but now it's like coming down towards the ankle. It's really weird. Like, it started coming up through the knee, but like now it's like sliding down. Hold on, I'm getting another call. Hello? Went down for an appointment to get x-rays and things like that, and she said, yeah, like, it's starting to come through a little bit, but nothing crazy. Like, it's up to you what you want to do. And at that time, I wasn't, back in May, I was having pain, but I wasn't having a ton of pain, which is good, obviously, but I just wanted to make sure that the rods were, you know, where they needed to be, and they had moved slightly, but nothing crazy, and that's when she could tell that I had grown. And comparing to x-rays, and she's like, you know, whenever you feel that something needs to be done, just let me know, and obviously we'll take care of it. And so a few weeks had gone by, and I was kind of thinking about whether or not I should take care of it. The pain had actually gotten better, so I decided not to do anything, and then that's when, about a month ago almost, wow, it's crazy that I've waited that long, is when I had woken up that night and got that sharp pain, and it has started to come down, and now my rod must know, like, my eviction notice is this week, because now it's like you can really see the bump and like where the end of it is, so we're really hoping that it stays in there until the 19th of September, because we don't want to have to go to the ER. When I had called to schedule the surgery, they said, they had said, well, our soonest opening, like, the schedule person had said, our soonest opening is like October, around Halloween, or like early November, and I said, no, like, I have type 3 OI, like, I know when pain tolerance is bad, and when I can't handle it anymore, and that's when they knew it was bad, because usually I'm like, okay, like, I'll wait whenever, like, I'm fine, and I'm not fine right now. Like, I've had a few breakdowns the past few weeks just because of the amount of pain, and I feel so bad, and they feel so bad, because their surgery schedule has never been so full, and she only gets, like, limited amount of operating room time, and so she feels so bad. They booted everybody down to the bottom of the cancellation list that's on it and moved me to the very top. However, it is September 14th when I'm filming this, and it's a Friday, so you didn't get a cancellation because she only does surgeries on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and my surgery is on that Wednesday. So if they would have had a cancellation for Monday, I would have heard by now. So it's the 19th is the date, but I honestly thought I would have to go to the ER a few times. In the hospital that I get my medical care for my OI is almost 2 hours away. Depending on traffic, it's about hours. It can be over that, but like, I don't want to go to the ER all the way down there, and I have been able to stick it through, but the kind of pain I'm having, like, my medication isn't helping, which is crazy because it usually always helps. So that's what's, like, concerning to my doctor too, is like, this really needs to be taken care of. They were able to move me to September 19th, and I'm so grateful. I'm also having the rod revised in my right femur because that one is kind of moving around too, so I'm like, as long as this one's really bad, I'm just gonna do both and be done. Here's the kicker. In order to repair these, what they have to do is they have to break it in order to repair it so that they can get the rod in there and align the bone correctly. If you've never had a femur fracture and you don't have OI, which I hope you've never experienced a femur fracture, but femur fractures are the worst pain that you'll ever experience just because the way a femur is shaped and positioned, you There is no way to get comfortable. There is no way to position it where it doesn't hurt. Like, femur fractures are the worst. So my femur will be fractured as well as my left tibia. So the lower legs aren't too bad, but it's obviously going to have, like, I'm going to have a few breaks, but both the legs so that they can repair it. That is kind of what's going on. If you guys could keep me in your prayers, I would really appreciate it. I know that the Lord's got this, and He will have His hand on all the doctors and nurses and my surgeon and the entire medical team with me throughout that whole time in the operating room. This surgery will last about 3 to 4 hours. It's a little bit longer one, but that's usually the case with these rad revision surgeries. Hopefully everything will go well and it will go smooth. I really don't get nervous for surgery until they like roll me into the operating. I don't know why, like I just get these jitters like right when they roll me into the operating room, and then I'm crying phase. Like I just cry like right before they are about to put me to sleep, and like it happens every time. I just get emotional about it, and I have no idea why, because it'll be my 23rd, like 23rd, I don't know, like somewhere in the 20s of surgery. So I'm very experienced with surgery. Doesn't really like fear me. It's just like for some reason that part of it, I hate the feeling of anesthetic and being put asleep. I hate it. It's part of it. So that being said, since I'm going to be in such immense pain and I won't be able to film for at least 3 weeks. So I'm going to try to pre-film 3 videos, if not more, to have up for you guys. So at least 1 video every week while I'm recovering, kind of measure it out. This video will go up as soon as I'm able to edit it, and then I'll pre-schedule some other videos for you guys. So I don't know what kind of videos they'll be yet, but hoping to do some for you guys. But if for some reason I'm not able to pre-film some videos, and you might have to go a week or 2, maybe 3, I hope not that long. That's not good for my channel or for you guys. If that is the case, I hope that you can understand, and I apologize because I hate going that long. If you guys do want to send me some mail, some letters to read from you guys while I'm recovering from surgery, there's really not a whole lot for me to be able to do while I'm recovering. So if you guys want to send me some mail, I'd love to read your letters while I'm recovering. I think that would really bring a smile to my face, because I know what to expect, but some days of recovery are hard and they're frustrating. So on those days when I'm having a really hard day, it would be awesome to be able to read letters from you guys and hear your story. Everybody has a story, and so if you guys want to send me letters, I do have a P.O Box. It is FunsizedStyle, P.O Box 37, Kawkawlin, Michigan. No, I don't live in the area. 48631. So I'll have that here, and it's always in the description of my videos. But I don't usually like to put a special plea out for letters from you guys, because it's totally up to you whenever you guys would like to write me, or if you'd like to write me at all. I'd love to receive mail from you guys. I think that'd be awesome, especially during this time period when I'm doing my recovery. It'd definitely give me something to look forward to. So I'll be sure to send my parents to the P.O Box a few times during my recovery. The other bummer part is my surgery is 4 days before my birthday. My birthday is September 23rd, and so I will literally be in bed, not moving on my birthday, which is such a bummer, and it's my 20th birthday too, coming up. So super bummed about that. The soonest date they had was the 19th or the 26th, which is exactly a week later, but I'm in so much pain. I'm like, I don't even freaking care. If it's 4 days before my birthday, like, I can celebrate when I'm feeling better. Like, I don't care. I just want to get this taken care of, so I chose the 19th. So nobody's making me do 4 days before my birthday. Like, don't be like, oh, how terrible is that? I chose it. Like, I knew what to expect, and so I will celebrate after I'm feeling better. I could do it before, but things are kind of chaotic getting things ready before my surgery. That's kind of the other bummer part of it, I guess. Do not want you guys to ever feel sorry for me. Like, please don't write in the comments like, I'm so sorry you have to go through this, because I honestly, like, do not care, because every single one of us goes through struggles, and the only difference between mine and maybe yours is that mine is more visible and it's more medical related, but that doesn't mean my struggle is worse or better than somebody else's. We all go through different kind of struggles. Some of us may go through medical struggles, some of us may go through family struggles, friendship struggles, relationship struggles, and addiction, mental health. We all go through something, and none of us in this world, I don't freaking care. Every single one of us goes through something, even when you don't see it. So not everybody's struggles are visible, and nobody's life is perfect. And that doesn't mean it's a bad life. It just means that this is what you have to deal with, this is what you have to cope with, and the Lord is by your side every step of the way. Even if you don't believe, He is there with you, and He loves you just as much as somebody who does believe. It's truly the joy of the Lord that is my strength, and I know He will get me through this. I've been through this exact surgery many times. I know what to expect. He's gotten me through it every single time, and He will this time too. And I have no doubt, because the joy of the Lord is my strength, and He has a plan for me, He has a plan for you, and He has a plan for every single one of us. And each step that we take in life is a step and part of our journey and our plan. And I would not take this disability away for anything in this world, because of it, I have a special relationship with the Lord, and I'm able to see the world through a different perspective than most people. I see the best in people, and I also see the worst in people, but it gives me that perspective. And I've had the most amazing opportunities because of this disability that I would not trade with anyone. There are things that people go through and people have to deal with that I could not imagine having to go through. I have friends, I have family that have gone through things that I could never imagine going through. And that doesn't mean that I have a better or worse life than them. That doesn't mean that they have a better or worse life than me. It's all part of our journey, and for me in specific, like because I was born with this disability, I don't know any different. I was born with this disability. I love every bit of it, and it's through those trials and those challenges that I'm able to see the beauty and be grateful for the simplest things and have the most amazing opportunities as well. Not too many of my friends can say that they have had some of the experiences that I've been able to have, and I am so blessed. Every single one of us are blessed to live this life, and again, we all go through challenges, and I never want you guys to feel sorry for me, because I absolutely hate that. I never want you guys to think that my life is less than yours or worse than yours, because I know that you guys go through struggles. I don't even have to know you, and I know that you go through some kind of struggle, because everybody does. That doesn't mean that life is bad, because life is good. There is so much good in this life, far more than bad, and for that I'm grateful. And God didn't promise us that life would be easy, but He promised us that He would be with us every step of the way, because He loves us more than we could ever imagine, and He created each and every one of us in His image. And none of us in this life are a mistake. A disability is not a mistake. Nobody's medical condition is a mistake. Nobody's disability is a mistake. It's for a reason, and it's a blessing. You can choose to have a good attitude about it, or you can choose to have a bad attitude about it. But life is too short, so I choose to have a good attitude about it. And that doesn't mean that I have bad days. Please don't think I'm just this happy-go-lucky gal all the freaking time. Like, yeah, nothing's ever bad, nothing's ever whatever, life is so great. No, there are days when I am so frustrated with the world. I am so done. I had one of those mornings today, actually, when I'm filming this video. I will get into that another time, but it was just a bad morning. But that doesn't mean it's a bad life. You guys, please, again, just don't feel sorry for me about this situation. Just keep me in your prayers, because I would appreciate that more than you could ever imagine. And I'm so grateful for you guys. So there's my little spiel on that. So if you guys have any questions about it, about what I go through, or what the surgery is, or anything, any questions related to this specific surgery, leave them in the comments below. I'm not afraid to answer, so I wanted to let you guys know that, and I'm here for you guys. Answer any of your questions. I love sharing God's story for me and His plan, so please leave that in the comments below. That is what's going on. Not a bump in the road, it's just part of my plan right now, and life doesn't stop, it's just going, and this is how it will be going in the next week. So I'm excited to get this done, because even though the recovery will be much more painful than the pain I'm in right now, I know in the end I will feel so much better. And I'm so glad, and I'm so grateful that God has created His people to create this amazing medical technology that literally saves lives, and I'm very grateful. So don't forget, if you do want to help me out, I think it'd be so fun for you guys to send me letters and mail to read while I'm recovering. Everybody has a story, and I'd love to hear from you guys and just say hi, and I think that it would be awesome to hear from you guys during my surgery. I think it would recovery. I think it would really brighten my days, especially those extra difficult ones. So thank you guys so much. So now kind of getting into the more fun things that I wanted to share with you. I was actually in a magazine. I am so excited. This is one of my favorite publications that I've ever been in, just because I love how it looks. I love how it turned out. Every single fact is correct. I just love it. And the university that I attend had chosen to receive a scholarship back in the spring, and I believe it was $1,500. Isn't that sad? I don't even remember. I apologize if that person that gave it to me is watching. That was quite a while ago now, but I am so grateful, and I was just chosen. I didn't have to do anything for it. Somebody from the university nominated me, and like chosen to receive this out of many, many students, and so I'm very grateful. And when I'd written the thank you note, I asked to share a little bit of our story. I talked about my YouTube channel and what I do to kind of be an advocate for people with disabilities and more diversity in the beauty industry when it comes to people with disabilities, and kind of what I do with that, and my hopes of becoming a cover girl one day, and just kind of my life story about my disability and whatnot. And the individual that I had to send that thank you letter to, because I sent it to the person at the university, and then that person at the university sent it to the foundation. The giving group or whatever at the university was very interested in my story, and they had asked to interview me for their magazine, and I was like, oh my gosh, yes, like, and I was so impressed with how it turned out, because, I mean, I think my other favorite news thing that I've ever been in is Inside Edition and Pop Sugar Beauty, and then I think that this is my third favorite, just because, just of how cool the spread looks, and I love it. And I love the photos that a local photographer took of me. I love it. It's a beautiful spread, so I can't wait to share it with you guys. I'm like center of the magazine. I will not share the cover. I'm not on the cover of the magazine, but I'm not going to share the cover just because of privacy reasons. I know some of you can probably figure out where I go if you've seen the magazine. So I know it'll probably get out eventually, but just kind of keep my privacy and safety as good as it can be in the public eye. I will go ahead and share with you what it is, but I'm like right in the center of it. They did an entire spread on me. I just love it, and I love like the pink text, and they added some floral detail to match my top, and I love it. I love the way that this spread turned out, and I cannot believe the magazine. I just adore it. I love the title, Changing the Face of Beauty. This is hands down one of my favorite things that I've ever been in. They sent me a few copies, so I'm going to frame one just because it's like literally my favorite. And I know with everything online, it's more popular to have everything online, but I love that magazines still exist because I love magazines, and I never thought I'd be in one about my YouTube channel. Like, that is so cool, and it's just the color, the text, just the way they worded everything, and just, it's perfect. And with media publication, you never know. This is like one of my favorite things that I've ever been featured in, so I'm really grateful. Thank you to them for featuring me in this. I think magazine publications are like my new favorite thing. Like, I hope to be asked to do more magazine publications because I love that they're like physical, and I can like hold it and say I'm in it, and like it's, when I print it, I don't have to print it out. I can just have it, like it's all in color because I don't have a color printer, so I wouldn't have to like print out something in color, and like I have it, like this is mine, and I can frame, I'm gonna frame it, and I'm just really proud of this piece. And then the last thing I wanted to mention is, I don't know if I'm sure a lot of you guys know, but don't forget I did launch merch. So the official FunsizedStyle logo created by Color Expressions is official. It's a real logo, it's mine, it's the logo of FunsizedStyle, and I love it, and I'm so grateful to Erica for designing it. It's literally what I wanted in a logo. I feel like my logo design was kind of hard to describe because I wanted it like watercolor, but like not too like see-through like, but like modern, but like cute, and like I didn't know what the font I wanted was, but we finally got it to all come together, and it's literally what I've always wanted. So I have merch with the official FunsizedStyle logo, lots of different styles and colors. So if you have yet to get your hands on some FunsizedStyle merch, be sure to use the link in the description below. And I also have a new design coming soon in the next few months. My FunsizedStyle logo will always be available, even when new designs come out. Just wanted to remind you of that. I would really appreciate it if you could get some merch. So let me know if you enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much again for all your love and support. Some of the amazing opportunities I've had, it's all because of you guys and watching my videos and the support that I have. So thank you, and I love you guys. Thank you in advance for all your prayers for my surgery on Wednesday. I greatly appreciate it. I love you guys, and just remember all the time, God is good. See you guys in my next video. Bye.